Hello everyone, and thank you for watching our video. This is going to help you prepare for hair and makeup for photo day, dress rehearsal, and recital. We're going to use Miss Evelyn, our office admin, as our model. As well, we're demonstrating a classical bun. So for most groups at Sound and Motion, this is the required hairstyle. If yours varies slightly, we can help you with that on photo and recital day. You want to start with getting dressed in your costume and then putting on a zip-up or button-up hoodie or sweater to make sure that you don't get any hair or makeup supplies on your nice costume, as well that you can get out of it easily when time. We're going to mist your hair with some water. Young students who have really fuzzy or fine hair or really curly hair, you might want to do their hair right after their shower. If you also find that you have really curly or fine hair, this is a good time, once it's nice and wet, to add a little bit of hairspray or gel. Just a little bit to keep it nice and tight as we pull it together. You're going to comb the hair straight back from the forehead. Give everything a nice brush out. Parents of young students, you might want to do this at the kitchen table and maybe get out some coloring or a book, an activity to keep your dancer occupied while you have the time to do this. We're brushing it just slightly up from the ears. You want to go to the peak, the highest point of the head. Good. Secure the hair with a ponytail. Try to get an elastic that matches your hair color so that it's not seen or visible. Go around as many times as you can. Make it nice and tight. From here, you're going to take the hair and twist it. Take that twist and just start wrapping it around, a bit like a snail. There are a couple variations here. We're going to show you kind of the easiest way to do a bun. As Miss Evelyn has nice long hair that wraps around a few times, even if you're just getting it around once or half, there's definitely a way that this method will work. So again, we just take that hair, wrap it around. Don't be overly concerned about how it looks in this stage. Take a bobby pin. You're just going to want to secure the bun down, pressing down towards the head and then sliding it down underneath the elastic. You can see it's kind of loose and messy and not very secure. So the next thing we're going to use is a hairnet. This is a package. You can get these at a drugstore or grocery store. They're usually in a pack of 3 for about $2. Again, they come in a varied array of hair colors. So you take the hairnet and kind of stretch it out, and you can see there's an elastic that runs the perimeter. Take it, stretch it right out, place it right over the bun, twist, and keep going around, scooping in any little extra piece that might stick out. You can scoop it right into that hairnet, make it go away. If you find you have a little bit of extra at the end, you can just take it and wrap it around there. So now again, you've got this little shapeable bun, but not very secure. So the next step is just to go around the perimeter about every ½ inch or inch and place a pin. Again, you want to go straight down underneath the elastic. Trying to find bobby pins that match the hair color, again to be discreet. If you find your performer has very fine hair, you can get smaller or more specialized hairpins for that to do. So there we go. Kind of gone around the perimeter. Squeeze it all in, give it a nice little shaping. And then you know if your bun is secure, if your dancer can shake their head side to side and nothing goes flying and it doesn't start wiggling. Dancers who have shorter hair, that method will work and you'll probably just end up with a little bit of a poof, but do try to get it in there with a hairnet. Will kind of make that round shape for you. If you have really, really short hair and you have a lot of pieces sticking out around, including bangs, we'll show you how to use bobby pins to secure everything back. So if Miss Evelyn had bangs or little pieces here that weren't quite fitting in, we're going to use the bobby pins to secure it back by making the shape of an X. So first you would take the flyaway hair and you would comb it back as close to the ponytail as you can get. Then you would take one pin, slide it up wherever the loose hair has a secure edge. Next, take your second pin and you're going to slide it towards making the shape of an X. Right there, and maybe we'll just turn you this way so the camera can see. You can do that all along the hairline for those little pieces that won't get quite into the bun, and for bangs. Sorry ladies, no bangs. We need to see your beautiful eyes. If you have a headpiece, you also use that X shape to secure the headband in. Take the headband, you can either put it on before you've done the bun or stretch it over the head so that you don't get anything messed up. Then you take the headpiece, pull it forward, place it up, the elastic goes behind the ears. And again, you would use that X shape with the pins, sliding up, to secure the headband on both sides. If you find it starts riding up in the back, you can also use that same X going down. You look lovely, Miss Evelyn. Ready for the stage. Great. So next we will do Miss Evelyn's makeup. And what we'll do is just adjust the camera slightly here to get her face in the mirror. Thanks again. All right, with young students, foundation isn't entirely necessary. However, a little bit of powder on the eyelids might help your makeup stay. We're gonna start with eyes. You take a brown eyeshadow in a matte, non-sparkly shade. You get a little bit on your brush. Make sure you use clean brushes. Try not to share. If you don't have a clean makeup brush, you can always use a Q-tip. So here, we'll take the brown, and we're just going to go in the crease of the eyelid. So right in that soft part of the eyelid, and you just bring a nice little arc. Again, on photo day, it can be somewhat more subtle. On performance day, the harshness of the lights require that you put on quite an excessive bit of makeup. It doesn't look like your everyday go-to-work type of makeup. It's a little bit more intense. Once we've applied the brown to the crease, we take a bit of white. Now this white can be shimmery, and you put a little bit of that shimmery underneath the eyebrows, as well as on the surface of the lid close to the lash line. Just bring it across. Again, on this side. With younger kids, don't be worried too much about being precise. Again, this is all being seen from very far away. You don't have to worry about everything being perfect. One of the joys of theater magic. Next, we're going to do some eyeliner. This is really only necessary for older students, maybe ages 12 and up, or students 8 to 10 who feel like they can sit still and aren't too afraid to have a pencil come close to their eyes. What you can do is get your subject to look down. Sometimes when they close their eyes, they're squinting and the eyelid is going crazy with nerves. So if you just bring their gaze right down, you see you have a nice calm eyelid for a surface. When you're working with an eyeliner, sometimes a liquid is a little bit better, though it's a bit messier. You kind of have to decide what your style is. I've asked for brown, but today we're going to demonstrate with black just so you can kind of see it a little bit better. You take your pencil and just gently make little dots along the lower or upper lash line, just over top of the lashes. Just dotting it across. When you get to the edge, you can take it out a bit extra. That'll give the eyes a nice big look. And you can come back the other way. Again, just going across, making a nice line on the surface of the eyelid. Again, she's keeping her gaze nice and low. Oops, I'm probably right in the way here. Keeping her gaze nice and low so that the eyelids are relaxed and willing to take a little bit of poking. You're doing a great job, Miss Evelyn. Again, we're going to take it out a bit at the edges, just about 1/4 of an inch, just to give it a bit more of that extreme openness. The next thing we're going to have our performer do is look up, and we're going to line underneath at the bottom, underneath the lash line there. Again, doing little dots is the easiest. That way, you don't need to draw a straight line. We're going a bit fast here to keep our video short. Feel free to take your time. That's great. So you can see that's giving her that nice big open look. We've pulled it out a bit. Next, we're going to want to emphasize the cheeks. Take a nice bright pink blush, really get it on your brush there, and you want to go up the cheekbone, right up into the hairline. And don't be afraid of the blush. Those harsh stage lights will white your faces out and give you a ghosty look. This warms you back up, making it look like you belong in the world of the living. Yeah, just even it out there. That's great. Last but not least, we're going to take a nice bright color lipstick. This is a bit of a darker red. You can go with a nice cherry red or hot pink. And we're pretty flexible on what shade is there. And again, you really want your dancer or performer to have just a relaxed face. Yeah, so you're going to let them just slightly open their mouth a little bit and try to help them refrain from licking their lips right before you put your lipstick on. Good, so you're just going to relax. Just again, dabbing it on. Don't feel the need to draw in straight lines. It's a little harder to correct, whereas little dabs, moving it along. Good, and we're going to open your mouth even more. That's it, and then just kind of dab it along. Older students, again, can use a lip pencil and maybe some moisturizer or chapstick on top. We have a few options. Good, and we're just going to get you to kind of smear it together. Good, and you can see. Again, with younger students, it tends to get a bit messy in the lipstick department. A good idea to have on hand or pack in your child's bag is just a little makeup remover or a baby wipe travel kit. Because then what we can do, if we find it kind of went out of the lines, we'll just take one out and dab it. As well as sometimes students forget and they'll wipe their mouth and all of a sudden it's across their face. We'll have plenty of these on hand, but if a student has it packed in their bag, all the better. And do be sure to send everything that you're using on your performer with them to the recital and photo day to make sure if we need to do some touch-ups, we're there to help. And now you are ready to go. Oh, right. A little bit older students, what would I do without you, Miss Evelyn? Older students can use a little bit of mascara on the lashes, and again, they can look actually just straight forward, and that's where you can go underneath the lashes and just lift them up. Again, not necessary for our younger students who perhaps have a little more sensitivity to eye makeup. And last but not least, no nail polish, no stick-on tattoos, nothing kind of outside of this nice, clean, crisp look. Dancers who have pierced ears and cannot take them out can wear tiny, tiny studs that are neutral, and everybody else, no jewelry. And we'll just have a nice, fresh face, clean looking, fun show. Thanks, everyone. Email us if you have any questions.